Welcome to my FlossTube channel, Thread the Needle. My name is Vani and we are here for Flossmas Day 9. We're going to start with my Advent coffee of the day. Today is Hickory Christmas, so I'm expecting a bit of a smoky flavor. Yes, that's exactly what it is. But I'm liking it. That's going to be a yummy coffee for today. We're going to move right on into our Advent cross stitch from Advent calendar from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. Today is day 9. Trying to see where day 9 is. Right here in the bottom corner. Pop it out. Okay. Just a leafy pattern, and it says, postal workers at Christmas were named robins. Interesting. So then that's the image on the other side. So inside, let's see what we have. And I kind of knew because the box was light, but look at these colors. I love pastels. I do. Jewel tones are my jam. However, when you put a few pastels together, isn't that so beautiful? A purple, a pink, and a green. Beautiful. Ooh, I wonder if that is part of one of the stitching projects. I'll have to delve more into that in January when all of the Christmas, Flossmas, holiday hoopla is all done. But for now, we're going to tuck those back in. And there we go. Beautiful. Love it. Flossmas Day 9, we're going to move on to my stitching of the day. And it was, sorry, I just had to pause there. I had a tickle in my throat. Sleepy Owlet. And the challenge was to stitch 75 stitches, which I did complete. I tried to get a little bit more done, but I had some work to do, so I couldn't. But here's where I added the 75 stitches. So, as you can see, most of the stitches were added to the floral design here, just a couple there, and then it carried over into this section here. So I love working on him. I'm really looking forward to when it comes around into my rotation next year, and I'm working on my rotation plans for 2026, and I'll have a separate video for that later on in the month. But here we go, Sleepy Owlet. That is beautiful. Now, the project that was selected for me to stitch on today was ottoman tiles. This is such a neat one. Okay, and let's see what my Santa mason jar has for me. Not two, just one. Okay, let's see. Ooh, stitch only the green family color of stitches. Ottoman tiles. I'm trying to remember. I'm sure there's enough green for me to work on. Green family. Okay, wonderful. That is good. So, if you have been following along with my Flossmas and me discussing my knit along, you will know that I kind of did a restart. And the restart I liked better, so I wanted to continue with that. But many of you who are better knitters than I suggested that I put an edge border on it so that it doesn't end up curling on me. And so I have listened to the advice, and what I'm going to show you is, because I have to start all over, I'm currently on day 9, so I'm way behind. However, here is day 1 and 2 of my knit along. Can you see? I am loving this so much. I really, really do. Enjoying it so much. I didn't add a huge border. I know some people said add 3 extra stitches on the edges. I only added 2. It might still curl, but that's okay. I'm super happy with how this is looking. So I'm going to continue with this. And I love how you can see the sparkle in the yarn now. So, like I said, I'm behind on this. And I want that to lead into me discussing my mandala SAL. I know many of you who are stitching it and are worried about not being able to keep up with it because of the large stitch count every day that you are receiving. And I want to say that because it's a mandala, it was designed to grow as a mandala, and yes, the stitch counts will increase, but then they will decrease towards the 25th. However, after today's stitch and tomorrow's, they're not hard at all. It's just block stitching. And also, it's okay if you don't keep up. Everybody stitches at their own pace, and this one wasn't meant as, it's a stitch along. So you stitch along when you can. It's not meant to, you got to stay on track. Whatever way you do it, you are going to end up with, in my opinion, a beautiful piece. So I hope you enjoy working on the Festive Mandala, and thank you so much for joining me with the SAL. And that's it for my Flossmas today. I'm going to go and enjoy my cup of coffee, and I will see you tomorrow for Flossmas. Bye everyone. Happy Flossmas.